We will discuss how to write a program with function for sorting a set of numbers stored in an array. So the algorithm which we have learned is bubble sorting. So we have already discussed how bubble sorting is performed, the algorithm and even the program. So let's modify that program such that we include a function exclusively for sorting. Earlier we wrote it such a way that it's a single program. But instead now we have learned function. So function means it's a separate block or a module. So whenever you need to sort a set of numbers, we can directly call the function if we write it as a function. Earlier we wrote it as a single program. So the advantage of function is that it is a separate unit and that can be called from any part of the program. So there is no need to reuse the code again and again. It's actually reusing. We need not rewrite the code again and again. Whenever sorting is needed, you can directly call the function with a single line. So let's rewrite that code like that. So here we need a function for sorting. So first step is you have to add the function declaration or function prototype. So let's write it such that it does not return any value because we just need to sort the variable. So void sorting. I gave the function name as sorting, void sorting, and what will be the arguments? Obviously, there must be one variable for passing the array and another integer variable for the size. Okay, so for function declaration, we terminate it with a semicolon. So first thing is over. Void sorting and two arguments are passed. One is the array and the other is the size. Next, enter the total number of elements. Then number of elements is saved in count. Then enter the array elements. So in the loop, user is entering the different values. Okay. So that much is over. So after getting the values of the array, what to be done next? We have to call the function. Say sorting. It does not return a value, so you need not give any variable before that. Okay, so directly calling the function sorting. What are the arguments to be passed? One is the array name. Here array name is A and size is saved in count. So you give sorting A count and terminate it with the semicolon. Okay, so here you need to remember when you give function call, even though it is an array, there is no need to give square bracket here. You just mention the name of the array. Okay, so function call is over, earlier function declaration is given, and now main function is complete. Now the only thing remaining is writing the function definition. So let's proceed with function definition. Void sorting int arr int size. Okay, so let's proceed with function definition. And inside the sorting, you know the logic. We need a variable for the temporary variable because we need that for swapping a of j and a of j plus 1. Then to save the time, I have already pasted the entire code because this code we already explained earlier during bubble sorting. So this is the code for sorting and that we directly implemented in the function. And here we are not returning any value. So what you have to do after sorting, the ascending order should also be printed within the function. So after printing the sorted array, there is nothing else to do and we can directly close the function or end the function. Okay, if it is like returning sum of the elements of the array, if that be the case, we will give return sum, and when function call comes also, you have to give accordingly. A equals and then you have to call the function. But here for sorting, we wrote it such a way that it does not return any value. So let's compile the code. Here you have an error because we use ARR here and inside we have A. So let's modify that again. Here we have used A here. So here in the inside the function we have used ARR as the variable. So that's error. Let's again check this. Okay, enter the total number of elements, say 6, and we'll give the value. Okay, now it is in ascending order. So I think you are now familiar how to write a program with a function. It has three parts: function declaration at the initial part, and that is terminated with a semicolon. Then you have function call here, just directly call the function, and you should be careful about the return type, and then function definition. You can write like this, and when you pass an array as an argument, the thing that you should remember is both in function declaration and in function definition as argument, you need not specify the size. You can directly give the square bracket, and then you can give the size as a second argument. Then next thing is when you call the function with array as the argument, you need not give square bracket or size. You just have to mention the name of the